Hey everyone, I'm here with Dan Hauck, who is Chief Product Officer at NetDocuments. Hi Dan.
Hey Caroline.
We're here at Legal Week. I'm not here, you are, and chatting with people about some of the key announcements that are coming out during the week. It's exciting, everyone's together. It's in January. People seem to be quite happy that it's in January or that it's going to be cold. And I know you've got a lot going on. The last time I saw you in person was at Inspire in October, which is when you announced PatternBuilderMax for the first time. And I know this is going to be your first conference where you're going to be effectively demoing it to the world. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. So Inspire is our user conference. That's where we launched PatternBuilderMax and got to show it to all of our customers. And Legal Week is really where we're now going to be able to show it to the entire industry. So it's really exciting to be able to demonstrate that.
I should have said, for people that don't know, so PatternBuilderMax enables firms it helps them to automate legal tasks using Gen AI. Do you want to just give briefly a little bit better summary?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think what makes PatternBuilderMax special is that it's built inside of their document platform, and that's where all of their content, their knowledge, and so forth is. And that's really the basis for building great Gen AI applications. And PatternBuilderMax allows them to do it, allows them to tailor those applications to the things that they want to do, so that when they're summarizing, when they're doing data extraction, when they're doing all these things are possible with PatternBuilderMax, but it's not hidden in a black box. They actually have total control over how those functions happen in a Gen AI environment.
I have to say you gave a great demo at Inspire. And I know I want to come on to something else that you're doing. So we'll keep this brief, but I know that since you launched in October, there's been a big uptake, right, of PatternBuilderMax. And I find I'm always reluctant to, we have to, I think this is going to be a year of perhaps more measured conversations around Gen AI, right? But I think that it's useful for you. You don't normally talk about revenue, but I think you've said that there are some really interesting metrics around the uptake.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, typically we don't disclose kind of financial performance and that sort of thing, but I think it's important for folks to get a sense of how the market reception has been to what we've done with PatternBuilderMax and what folks are seeing in it and why they're moving to it so quickly. So like you said, we launched it middle of October of last year, and about 10 weeks takes us to the end of the year. And by that point, that business had grown to almost $8.5 million of recurring revenue. So incredible growth in an incredibly short period of time. But again, kind of underscores, I think, how well it aligns with how our customers want to bring Gen AI into a legal environment in a responsible way. And by the way, that has been across all of our segments. So from the largest firms, AM law firms, as well as international firms in our business, to the smallest boutiques who are kind of doing really interesting things in their own right, as well as corporate legal departments. So it's really been adopted broadly in our organization.
Okay, well, I'm sure folks will be really keen to talk to you about that at Legal Week. You're also doing 24 Voices in 24, which I know is a piece of thought leadership or content around Gen AI. Fairly briefly, just because I know it's quite a big project, but tell us what that means, what it is.
Yeah, sure. So we've put together kind of a digital flip book called 24 Voices in 24, and it really does highlight some of the best and brightest thought leaders in Gen AI that we've been working with. Some of them are customers, some of them in other other spaces and so forth. And so and we've collected it across a number of topics: how we see Gen AI impacting the business of law and how firms are going to price and package their services, how they are how the technology itself is evolving and things where that's going to go. And so you'll see different themes and as well as quotes from people. And one of the fun parts about it is that we actually used Gen AI voice creation to actually give the voiceovers for that. So, and I will tell you, when I heard mine, I didn't know that was what it was. And I was just like, oh, that must have been from an interview or a podcast or something, that I had done previously. And so that was really fascinating to hear. That's the first time I heard my own voice in that way. And then lots of others that I think folks who follow you will be familiar with, and it'll be fun to hear them as well.
I look forward. I haven't actually heard that yet, so yeah, I really look forward to that. Where do folks find you?
Yeah, so we'll be on the show floor at Legal Week. So definitely encourage folks to stop by, or if they're an existing NetDocs customer or want to be, they can reach out to us online, and we'd love to get together and show what we're doing with PatternBuilderMax. Okay, all right, Dan. Great chatting with you. I won't bring up the fact that it looks like you're at a theatre. And everyone stop by and have a chat. Thanks, Dan. Thank you.